Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Gun Control Act, GCA of 1968, was enacted to assist law enforcement in their fight against violent crime. Along with imposing stricter licensing and regulation of the firearms industry, the GCA also established a new definition of a firearm, which, according to the bill, includes, quote, any weapon, including a starter gun, which will or is designed to or may readily be converted to expel a projectile by the action of an explosive. While that definition has been suitable to the firearms industry for the last 57 years, modern advancement in less than lethal technologies, such as tasers, have created a need for Congress to take a second look at the definition to ensure the GCA, as written, does not stifle innovation. It is also important in promoting transparency during law enforcement encounters. For example, if a less than lethal weapon, such as a taser, uses an explosive propellant to fire its projectile, which in the case of a taser is its barbs, it would be classified as a firearm, despite its low probability of serious injury or death. And because that weapon is considered a firearm, if used during a law enforcement encounter, that use may be considered deadly force in 43 states across this country. This includes my own state of Wisconsin, which includes in its definition of deadly force the discharge of a firearm. It is an unintended consequence of a law passed long before advancements in less than lethal technologies that has led to fewer law enforcement agencies adopting more innovative tools due to their same classifications and restrictions as other firearms. Law enforcement agencies agree, and so do I, and so I would ask that the following letters of support be included in the record.
Without objection.
First, a letter of support from the International Union of Police Associations dated March 14, 2025, a letter of support from the Hispanic American Police Command Officers Association dated April 18, 2025, a letter of support from the Major County Sheriff's Association dated April 30th, 2025, a letter of support from the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, or NOBLE as it's called, dated May 23rd, 2025, and a letter of support from the National Fraternal Order of Police dated May 30th, 2025. These letters all agree that this change not only encourages more innovation within the less than lethal weapon space, but also promotes de-escalation during law enforcement encounters. In closing, I'd like to acknowledge that last Congress, some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle took issue with certain aspects of the bill, including what they described as an overbroad exemption under the Gun Control Act. To those colleagues, I have taken your concerns seriously, and this bill has been revised to ensure the term less than lethal projectile device does not unintentionally carve out devices that could somehow be converted to handguns, rifles, or other firearms. The revised language in H.R. 2189 would no longer allow devices to be exempt under the CGA if the device is intended to expel or could be readily converted to accept or discharge firearm ammunition. This is in addition to the previous requirement that the device not exceed a velocity of 500 feet per second, and that it not be designed or intended to be used in a manner likely to cause death or serious bodily injury. I believe this tighter language will address any concerns of firearms being quote-unquote deregulated through this conversion to a less lethal device. I urge and hope that you can support this bill as revised, and I yield back.